the half kneeling overhead press with Flexion RNT. RNT again meaning reactive neuromuscular training. Essentially what we're doing here is we are just trying to refine the mechanics and the integration of our shoulder with the rest of the body as it relates to how we press overhead. So the challenge here is as we press overhead, number one, the half kneeling position is going to have some level of impact on breathing mechanics and how we stabilize the spine and the rib cage, which will then consequently have an effect on how the scapula articulates on the rib cage, and consequently the arm is going to follow what the scapula is doing. And the way we have the band set up, it's going to force the bicep and the forearm to do some level of work just to maintain a vertical forearm. It's also, the band is going to be pulling the entire shoulder girdle forward, and it's also going to be pulling my spine or my rib cage into some level of flexion. So my goal with this exercise is to try and fight against all of those, right? My bicep has to work to keep my forearm vertical. I have to still protract, and I want to make sure that as I go up, especially once I break 90 degrees as I'm pressing overhead to finish the movement, that I'm making sure that my trapezius, my serratus, and my lower traps are all working congruently to make sure that I can keep the scapula flush on the rib cage, and that as I go overhead, that I'm not losing my spinal alignment or my rib cage orientation. This exercise is really going to challenge your ability to maintain coordination and alignment through your shoulder, and there's a lot of things that can go awry here. So go light. If you have a mirror available to you to get some visual feedback, that might help as well. And just really focus on those key points of maintaining a vertical forearm, scapula flush on the ribs, and the spine not moving out of position.